Hello everybody, it's Dylan Milks here for Monday, June the 6th, 2011. Wow, what an exciting week it's been. The previous week with the announcement of the NHL finally returning back to Winnipeg after a 15-year absence. And this is just such exciting news for our city and for the entire economy of our city. That's really what I want to talk about today is the economic impact that this announcement is going to have on the city and really the future of our city for the next 3 to 5 years, especially knowing that people have had to commit to a minimum of 3 years with these season tickets, and also knowing that, as we all know now, that those tickets were fully sold out within about 4 minutes on Saturday when they went on sale to the general public. So this is great news for business, specifically businesses in the downtown area. Now, I've worked downtown, probably spent about 7 years of my career working in the downtown area. And one thing that is very, very obvious there is that after about 5:30 at night, downtown Winnipeg is pretty much a ghost town. And that is just very, very sad to see. And it is very, very uncommon compared to other cities in North America. There's a huge movement to try to revitalize downtown, the core areas, all throughout North America. And I think that this announcement of the Jets returning will certainly have a major impact on businesses downtown. So if you think about it, now we're going to be having 15,000 plus people downtown before the game, after the game, during the game. Probably, it's going to be about 40, 42, 43 times per year now. And you have a sellout, a packed house there, that many times per year. Those people are going to be buying, going out for supper beforehand. They're going to be going out for drinks after the game. They may even do some shopping here and there, pick up little things here and there on the way to the game, before the game. So this announcement of the Jets coming back is just huge, I believe, for the downtown area, not only in terms of the service industry, but also I think it just really sort of puts Winnipeg more on the map and gets our name recognized more across North America, and even in some cases possibly the globe. So the other thing I wanted to talk about too was, these things are obviously huge impacts and huge positive impacts for the downtown area. And the other thing too is you take those issues and you combine them with the fact that we have, it's estimated that approximately another 25 millionaires will be living in the city. That's certainly a huge positive impact as well on the economy. But when you can look at that issue there, combine that with some of the other exciting news that are coming out now in Winnipeg, and some of the things that are currently in development or will start to be developed soon. For example, the Human Rights Museum, which will be completed shortly, is estimated to bring about 250,000 visitors to the city per year. Also, you look at the Ikea, which will be starting to get built sometime this year and opening in 2012. That's basically the closest Ikea we have now is in Minneapolis. So, even for people in the northern states like North Dakota and even northern Minnesota, excuse me, their closest Ikea will be Winnipeg. And if you look at even people from Saskatchewan and Western Ontario, I mean, certainly you're going to see a massive, massive influx of people with the Ikea, with the Human Rights Museum. And also, we have the airport, which is going to be finished. I'm guessing now it'll be, with some of the delays, I guess it'll be 2012, I'm guessing. But, really the brand new airport, you look at some of the construction projects, the major construction projects that we're doing, like, for example, the extension of the Chief Peguis Trail all the way from Henderson to Lagimodiere. Also the Kenaston extension of Kenaston down south to meet up with the perimeter, and the Disraeli as well, the Disraeli bridge reconstruction, another massive infrastructure project. So when you combine all these things, and I'm sure that there's more too, other additional bigger things as well. But when you look at the NHL returning and what that's going to do to the city, what's that going to do to business, when you look at all these construction projects, these long-term projects that are going on, you know, the future of our city, certainly in the next 3 to 5 years for sure, if not longer, certainly looks very, very bright. And if you look at what happened back in 2008 with the housing bubble, when the housing bubble burst in the U.S., and not only the U.S. but in Western Europe and elsewhere around the world, and just the amount of the housing market dropped in those areas, including even in Southern Ontario, where there's a lot of manufacturing, and also in Alberta as well, housing really took a hit as well. Winnipeg in those years, 2008, 2009, not only did it not drop, it actually continued to move in a positive direction. I believe the numbers were something like 3 to 5% gain in each of those years. And really our economy really wasn't really affected at all by that global housing crash that happened, which affected the banking system. So when you combine all these factors together, really what it kind of brings me to is real estate in Winnipeg. And a lot of people say, well, you know, real estate is high, it's been going up so far, you know, it's really going up, it's got to come down at some point. Well, I would ask anybody who's thinking that way and say to them, well, when you look at the economic picture of Winnipeg in the next 3 to 5 years, again, with some of these items I mentioned, and again, there's probably a lot more things that I could say, a lot more projects as well, which may even be coming down the pipe, and certainly some that I certainly have not I forgot about and haven't been able to mention. But this really paints a huge opportunity in Winnipeg, still a huge opportunity in Winnipeg in terms of real estate. And I know for myself, that's something that I'm really working on right now, is getting back into the real estate market, owning rental real estate sometime before the end of this year, because I see that with all these announcements we have been having, with businesses coming to town, the construction projects, the NHL returning, all these things are just huge driving forces for the economy of Winnipeg. And again, for the foreseeable future, I would say the next minimum of 3 years, probably 5 years or more, our future is looking very, very bright, not just economically, but even in terms of the housing market as well. Because these factors there, not only are they going to bring tourists to the city in some of these cases, but they're also bringing new people to come to live in the city of Winnipeg, to work in the city of Winnipeg. And we already know that for the last few years, the provincial government has had a mandate, or had a mandate to bring 15,000 new immigrants to the city of Winnipeg the last few years, and they have indicated that will continue, and not only continue, but that will actually, in fact, rise. So when you look at the economic picture in Winnipeg for the next 3 to 5 years, and you look at the immigration situation in Winnipeg, really, anybody who's waiting around thinking, well, you know what, I think the market's gonna crash next year, or you think it's gonna take a big dip, a big hit next year, I would really, what I would say to that is really, look at the fundamentals, look at the economic factors that are going on, and look at the immigration trend that is going on in this city. And I believe that all those things combined really paint a very, very rosy picture, and a very exciting picture for those of us who are currently living in Winnipeg. I myself have lived in Winnipeg all my life, and I certainly view it as the best city in the world really to live in, because of our stability. It's very predictable, very stable. We don't have any big ups or big downs, and I certainly feel very fortunate to be living here. And I'm really looking forward to the next, for sure 3 to 5 years out, if not longer, with all the projects that are going on, with the NHL returning, with all the major businesses that are coming here. So I just think that the opportunity in real estate here in Winnipeg for the foreseeable future is very, very strong. It's very bright, and for businesses as well. The future of businesses in Winnipeg, it's very great, and I'm very excited for the next 3 to 5 years, and I'm looking forward to it. And as I said, hoping to get back into the real estate market sometime before the end of this year, and I'm very excited about it. So thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.